Okay, so depending on where you put the cutoff year, these first two aren't necessarily vintage, but I figured I'd show them anyway to add a little more weight to this video because I only have 3 hockey cards in my collection. And, here's the Lemieux rookie. And these first two I bought at some point during 2021, like over a year ago. So probably bought a little too soon. Everything has come down. In fact, everything I bought has sunk in value, more or less. Some cards more so than others. This one maybe not so much. I forget what I paid for this. It might have been like 1,200, 12 or 14, somewhere in there. Now it's like around $1,000 card. So this one's come down a fair amount. This Lemieux rookie from Topps, 1985. I was kind of wavering between going with the Topps 9 or the O-Pee-Chee 8. I opted for this one, and so there you go. And then, this Gretzky I picked up because, again, this was in 21, early 21, I think it was, because I had resigned myself to the fact that I probably was never going to own his rookie card because the way prices were, and everybody knows that they got absolutely nuts. I mean, I think PSA 8s were like, 10 grand or something ridiculous at that time. So, and this is Topps I'm referring to. Peaches, I think, were much more than that. But anyway, so I thought, okay, let me go for a second year Gretzky. And I went with the O-Pee-Chee to basically give it a little more significance. This one in an 8. And so this one, I want to say it was around about $860, but I think could be had for maybe not quite half of that now, maybe a little more than less than half, if that makes sense. But again, just one of those cards. I'm happy I did take a break from buying. I think it was during the worst of it, but I picked it up again, sooner than I probably should have. In fact, I probably should have bought nothing last year and just waited until this year. And I would like to think that we're at the bottom or damn near close to the bottom right now on a lot of things. It seems the key vintage stuff has held much better than the modern stuff, to say the least. But anyway, the vintage card here, or the highlight piece for this particular video, is the rookie card from Topps. And, this is a 7.5 here, as you could see. And, I mean, the centering is outstanding. It might be left, right, right, left. It might be off a touch. Maybe it's, what would you call that? Maybe 55-45, 60-40. I don't know. It looks pretty good. And honestly, I don't know what's wrong with this card. If we look at it closer here, I mean, it looks like an 8. But I am no grading expert. In fact, I'm going to replace this anyway. Whatever sleeve is on here. Let me get a better look at it. But usually the blue has, it's very prone to chipping. It's that 1970s Topps cardboard. So, not unlike a 1971 Topps or even like a 1975 Topps, those dark colored borders, definitely you pick up the... So it's a 7.5, which, I think could be had for, less than, maybe not quite half, but a fair amount less than what an 8 would go for. In fact, this one was less than some 7s. And but I think 7s are going to go for like around, I think typically, 2-ish, 2.5-ish. Most of them aren't centered all that great. And that, I don't know if that's like a common thing with this card, but I was happy to, when I got this, to find one with such great centering, in my opinion. So the great one, the thing about me, I guess it's maybe somewhat of a grading, snobbish sort of disposition, but for cards from 1970 to 1979, I kind of want to stick with 8s and very few exceptions, and those exceptions are when the card's really expensive. And so in a couple of cases, I went with a 7.5, this being the most significant. But, if you follow my channel and my baseball card run, I went with a 7.5 on the, I think the Burt Blyleven, and but that was bought a long time ago. Nowadays I would just go for the 8. And then the the Roberto Clemente, because it was such a good deal. I got that in a 7.5. That's also an expensive card. But so here we have the Wayne Gretzky Topps rookie in a fantastic. I mean, I'd love to know what this got pinged for. I mean, dare I say this could be in the right grader's hands, a PSA 9 or 8.5. Yeah, it just looks outstanding to me. So anyway, Friday Night Vintage, surprise episode. You know, I was hoping to have my video games back from CGC at this point, but frankly speaking, I dragged my ass getting those out the door. It wasn't until like 3 weeks after I made that submission video that I finally actually shipped the games out, and they've been sitting there now for the last like 3 weeks. So hopefully I'll get them back in December, like within the next couple of weeks, and then I can continue on my planned content schedule that I kind of laid out a few days ago in my community feed. So anyway, that will do it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will talk at you later.